Hello and welcome back to JPC Travels. We are on day 4. To kick off day 4, it was a Sunday and we were doing the Hard Rock Acoustic Brunch. Highly recommend this brunch. It started at 10:30 and you got an hour and a half. You could do the later half if you wished, but yeah, we got there for 10:30. We were a little bit early. However, we had a look around the hotel, which we were allowed to do, and then we got in. The acoustic singer was great. And there was such a selection of food. We had an omelette station there, pancakes, waffles, fruits, cereals, yogurts. There was a hot selection. There was corned hash, which was one of Paul's favourites. There was also desserts. They also had steak. It was just unbelievable the amount of things that you could have. There was also unlimited drinks, including mimosas. We also had some juice, tea and coffee. And here are some of our plates and some of our favourite things. Highly recommend this if you're ever going. It was $65 each, I believe. And we did leave a tip because they were great. As I said, we did get here a little bit early, so we had a good wander around the hotel. This is a Hard Rock Hotel. It is very expensive to stay there, but it is a Universal hotel, so if you do stay, you get early access to the parks. So here we are entering Universal Studios, for me, the first time. We had planned to do the Rip Ride Rocket to start with, which is no longer. However, we were super full and we thought it was best to do something a little bit calmer. So we decided to head to Jimmy Fallon's first. So that was first up. It was a little bit of a motion one, which doesn't always agree with me, but it was good. It's not something we watch, Jimmy Fallon. However, you didn't need to. It was just a good experience, and the line in the queue was pretty interesting as well. It was also really fast. I think this was 15 minutes. Paul did go at another time, which I missed out on, and he said there was a band playing, which was cool. After that, we went straight on to Revenge of the Mummy. I think this was about a 20-minute wait. Again, it was really fast. I think we maybe just caught a quiet day or a quiet period. Again, really, really detailed walk through in the queue. We loved this ride. We did it maybe 4 or 5 times. Then when we came off, we managed to catch the Blues Brothers and they performed just as we came out. So that was amazing. Definitely recommend. We then got ourselves a refillable drink. It's about $20, but well worth it. And we just shared it. You can refill it every 10 minutes and there's loads of stations around. We then had to go to Harry Potter Land. Paul hasn't seen much of Harry Potter. I have, so I just thought it was really amazing. The detail again. And just everything there, I was absolutely chuffed. I'm not an absolute diehard, however, it was so cool. And this fire-breathing dragon was amazing. The ride here was Harry Potter and Escape from Gringotts, which if you've seen the film is a kind of escape from the bank. Again, this was a really good ride, probably not the best of the Harry Potter ones we would say, however it was definitely worth the slightly longer wait, and again the level of detail is just unbelievable for someone who hasn't really experienced this kind of things before. I really appreciated just the level of detail and how close to the films it was as well. So after that, we gave the Fast and Furious ride a go, and it was okay, but it was nothing really to report home about. And following that, we did get on the Rip Ride Rocket, which was unbelievable, really big drop, and so fun. Gutted that it's gone now. Then we just had a wander around shops. Paul loves Back to the Future, so we want to have a look in here. I think it was more of just an ice cream place. And then we managed to bump into Scooby-Doo and the gang, and then along into Central Park before we stumbled across the animal show. So the animal show was really fun and there was loads of dogs, so I was happy. We then had to go to the Simpsons Land. As you could see, we just had a massive downpour here and there was a threat of lightning, so a lot of the rides had temporarily kind of stopped. So we stopped in here, we went into Moe's and Paul got himself a Duff beer and I just had a good look around. Once it dried off, we went back outside and we, of course, had to get pictures with pretty much every single statue that was going. Here's a clip. Following that, we went on the Simpsons ride. It was okay, just not really for me as a motion one, and we did try and get Men in Black, but it did break down as we got to the front. So we had a little look around Shrek and Splashland. Apparently we missed the donkey animation, which we found out about later on. But this was really cool and a cool area for your youngsters, but again, we just kind of hit the rain, so it was pretty quiet. So due to the weather, we decided to go on ET Adventures. Not going to lie, I wouldn't go on it again. But it passed the time, and then on our way out, we went to the Illuminations Villain Con Minion Blast because it was a 5-minute wake, pretty much walk on. It wasn't really worth it, didn't really know what I was doing, but hey, we just did it on our way out. We then headed down City Walk to get ourselves some dinner. I really did like City Walk. I just thought it was a nice vibe and we can't wait to hopefully go back and be able to try some more places. But today we went to Bubble Gump's. I was super excited just to try something different. So the woman was super nice and there was something on the menu I liked, but I maybe want to make it a bit spicier. For our drinks, Paul got himself a beer garita and I just had wine, and this is what I had and it was so good. Paul went for a burger, he was chuffed, but he's just not a fish fan, and it was, yeah, awesome. Meal was about $75, and obviously we left the tip a little bit more expensive, but we obviously were kind of treating ourselves. It was our main meal of the day. We then stopped by and had a little look around the shops on our way home, and then when we got to the hotel, we just thought, hey, it's open till 11 p.m. Let's go for a dip. And yes, this is him, obviously, being the big child that he is. That's all for us from day 4. We look forward to seeing you on day 5, where we are off to Blizzard Beach.